Here's Brody Brazil.
Bob, first off, thanks for doing this specifically for A's fans. I know you've had a busy afternoon speaking to the San Diego media, but here in Oakland, I mean, all of this is really still sinking in. It happened so fast late last week. A lot of people were caught by surprise. I mean, you were under contract for next season. You said you were happy here, and I know you can't get into all the details, but clearly the A's allowed other organizations to, gain the permission to speak with you. That happened. You signed with the Padres. What little bits in between, what missing links can you maybe help us fill in to actually grasp what happened?
Well, I'm still kind of trying to grasp it too. I was there a long time, and it's for a guy that grew up in the Bay Area and watched this team and finally got to manage it for a long period of time. That's about as much of a dream come true as you can get. But there's probably a shelf life to everything. And, to think that, I was going to manage my entire career there, you obviously hope that, but how often does that happen? And, you see Tony La Russa, left Oakland and went to St. Louis. Now he's managed in Chicago. It's just very rare that you see a Cal Ripken in any space in baseball. It just doesn't happen very, very often. So the odds probably were at some point in time. And I think, and I can't forecast where the A's are going to go and what they're going to do. I know that I've been through a few cycles there. There are limitations. There has been talk about what the team needs to do, not only now, but in the future. There are restrictions of how things can go in Oakland. And, and then when there's a conversation and you're allowed, someone calls on you and you get a chance to go somewhere else and you have a conversation, sometimes things transpire. What I really want to get across is I loved every minute of managing the Oakland A's in my hometown, with a coaching staff that I was with around a long time, with a front office that was so empowering for me and allowed me, to manage there through thick and thin. I mean, it wasn't always great. We had a period in the middle there that wasn't great, and they stuck with me.
Yep.
You would think there'd ever been a time that maybe I go somewhere else. It was probably then. So I don't know why and how. I think things happen for a reason sometimes, but it doesn't diminish the fact or make me feel any different about the Oakland A's and my time there. It doesn't make me think any differently or feel any differently about ownership. Ownership employed me there for 11 years. The front office stuck with me for 11 years. The fans were absolutely fantastic. The media was sensational to me my entire time there. The players that we had there, I mean, everything revolves around the players. And, the success that you have, or that you look at me and that I had, was because of the players. So I more look at this right now as sometimes your time's up and there's times that you just end up somewhere else.
Simple clarification to something I saw out there. I didn't put much stock in this, but you did not seek this out. You were offered this opportunity and you considered it and you went with it, right? To be clear?
Yeah. No, I was shocked when Billy called me. I thought he was kidding for a minute. So
which he might do sometimes, right?
Oh, no doubt.
So,
no doubt.
But in that situation, Bob, and I know how you are as a very decent human being. You must have been in the personal dilemma of a lifetime for all the things that you just said, for all your connections and time with Oakland, and Palo Alto is where you were born, and Cal is where you went to college, and you literally were green and gold. Knowing all that, but also understanding the opportunity that you were able to say yes to. I mean, this must have been how difficult of a decision for you and your family to actually make.
It was hard, but it was one that just based on everything all the variables that I had to decide on, ended up being the thing to do. It was, it was 3 years here. It was 1 year in Oakland. you had to kind of think where was the next level that Oakland was going to go, what was going to happen in the offseason. I don't know. But I have to think about that when you make a decision like this. So, nobody should come down on anybody for this transpiring. And I appreciate the fact that Billy actually came to me and said, here's an opportunity. What do you want to do with it? That John Fisher said, here's an opportunity. What do you want to do with it? So I harbor nothing against anything Oakland. And I also like the fact that it's a good team still there. I'm not running out on a bad team. And when I had conversations with our guys in Oakland, I kind of was cringing, like, did I let them down? And to a man, they said, look, this is a business. If we were posed with the same, situation,
sure,
we're going to, it's a business. You get an opportunity somewhere else. You get more length to it. It's just the way it is. I mean, at some point in time, Chris Bassett's not going to be there. He's going to be a free agent. And if a better opportunity or a different opportunity that appeals to him comes about, then that's the way baseball is. So I'm trying to compare it to other, like a player going somewhere else to via free agency or whatever. So is it hard? Sure, because I was there for a long period of time. Does it feel different? Yeah, it feels way different. But it's just kind of where it is right now.